About 5,000 South Sudanese nationals are currently living in the United States, but there is uncertainty now that the temporary protection status is ending. Washington, D.C. says continuing the scheme would be contrary to U.S. interests. People who currently have temporary protection have 60 days to depart the U.S. or face deportation once their status officially expires in January. South Sudan's government says it is prepared.
The ministry continues to facilitate the return of South Sudanese nationals deported from various countries, including the United States, Egypt, Libya, among others.
There was concern on the streets of South Sudan's capital, Juba, that some people may be put in danger by the decision.
This idea comes at a very wrong time because looking at a country like South Sudan, the country is going through a lot. It's going through instability in terms of conflict, going through economic crisis. And when you look at these deportations of the people who are already established who have already established their lives in US, it's quite very challenging, and this will cause a lot of trauma to most of them.
Every country has its policies on how to treat asylum seekers and refugees. So it is within the prerogative of the United States to consider the need as to why in the first place the asylum seekers are seeking asylum in the United States. So that means that these are people that escaped either oppression in their countries that they have been facing, and you now having a drastic decision to deport them without considering the legal repercussion, and then you are putting their life in danger.
The USA's armed conflict has now ended in South Sudan, and that the country expressed a commitment to reintegrating any returning nationals. But the United Nations says South Sudan could be slipping back into open warfare, and the humanitarian situation is still precarious. Nearly 3/4 of the population, an estimated 9 million people, require humanitarian assistance, while 7.7 million face acute food insecurity, according to the United Nations. Washington says South Sudan's risk level is high, yet now thousands of South Sudanese in the U.S. may have to return home to a country that the United States itself says is too dangerous for U.S. citizens to travel to. Patrick Oyet, CGTN, Juba, South Sudan.